Welcome back to Higher Level Gaming. This is a politics video before you click away. So yeah, this is not a gaming video, just obviously, but we're not only going to be making gaming content. We've decided that, we're going to be doing other stuff. We're going to branch out. Politics is a big part of this channel, and we're going to talk about race politics in a lot of things outside of gaming. And today we're talking about the new actress who's been cast to play Ariel, Halle Bailey, or is it Haley Bailey?
I don't know. I think it's Haley Bailey because that rhymes.
Haley Bailey? That sounds good, but I don't know. I've seen it pronounced both. For the simplicity's sake of this video, I'm probably just going to use Halle though. So, as you can see behind us, right, she's black. This new Ariel, she's black, and it's a huge deal. It's blowing people's minds. Let's talk about it. So, let's start off with a little history of The Little Mermaid. I got deep.
I'm like, this is...
I got deep in her
too
gills.
Deep for me.
I got deep in her gills, guys.
The water. Okay.
I was gilling it. Instead of killing it, I was gilling it. Hey.
That's great.
Okay. The Little Mermaid was a story back in the 1800s about a mermaid who does pretty much everything in the movie, but it ends with her dying, actually. And it kind of explains why mermaids help sailors, supposedly. From there, we have the 1989 Little Mermaid from Disney, which is the one that we're all familiar with.
So The Little Mermaid was the first animated movie to score over 100 million in the box office. It was a huge film and obviously a big hit. And Ariel is a really beloved character. So it's really an honor for a black woman to play the role as Ariel. Ariel was also the first princess to rescue her prince, which makes her pretty cool. It was also the first Disney movie to feature a penis on the cover, but we don't talk about that. Halle Bailey is a young singer, and she's part of a group with her older sister called Chloe X Halle.
Here's their Wikipedia. They actually were signed by Beyonce.
Yeah, like that's crazy. Once Beyonce signs you, it's pretty much for sure, right? Like,
hi, I'm Chloe, and I'm happy. I'm 13 years old.
So this was the cover that they blew up with. And Beyonce discovered them from this cover of her song, which is pretty dope. It's like the ideal situation when you cover someone's song, right?
Imagine like covering a Beyonce song and her being like, I want to sign you to my label.
It's the ideal outcome.
So yeah, Chloe and Halle are a good...
Chloe X Halle, Katie.
Chloe X Halle, they got vocals. So Halle Bailey, or Haley Bailey, is a good choice, I think, for Ariel as far as her singing voice is involved, for sure. Like, she has the credentials.
So Beyonce was recently cast as Nala in the Lion King movie alongside Donald Glover as Simba, and so it's pretty obvious that Halle probably was introduced to somebody at Disney through that, and because she's part of Beyonce's label, she was able to get this opportunity.
So yeah, this is an honor to see Halle Bailey in this role. Black women everywhere, I'm sure, are excited, like myself. But some people are not really that excited to see Ariel recast as a black woman. In fact, Not My Ariel was trending.
It was trending, but also, like, we're just looking right now, and people to this day are still tweeting the hashtag, and it's like every hour, it's hourly, so it's still a pretty popular hashtag. People are still talking about this. That's why we're coming for the clout, baby.
Yeah, some of these tweets are like...
So really... a lot of these tweets now are people saying, like, oh, you guys' racism is showing, but there's also a lot of people who are saying things like, why not keep the original... If they're making Ariel black, then Sebastian will be blue-eyed. That's funny.
Can we click on the full image? It's like...
So this is more of what people wanted, I guess, Ariel to look like, because unfortunately, this hashtag is blowing up still. It was blowing up huge on the 4th of July. In fact, it was trending on the 4th of July, which, goes to show you how much we care about independence and togetherness.
Instead, Not My Ariel is trending.
The original voice actually said something, but we're gonna talk about that in a bit. Someone said, we're just the same as you are, but also hashtag not my Ariel.
They have like a picture of
her
Haley
face
Bailey's
as
face.
Ariel, but with it crossed out. So I mean, clearly, this is not like some fake outrage. There are a lot of people who do not want her to be Ariel. This person down here said, "Sorry, BB, she isn't my Ariel. We're not all white," some people said.
Someone
so we're gonna
said-
talk about how some black people aren't for this too, and we're gonna explain how we think, what we think
This
is going on
person
there.
said, "I don't want, rather not traumatize my childhood memories of Ariel." Seeing a black woman
Traumatized, this
playing
Asian lady said.
Ariel
So yeah.
would traumatize
I mean, there are a lot of Asian people who are racist against black people. Let's not kid ourselves. Traumatized is a heavy way to say it. Alright, so we went over the tweets showing you that this is real outrage. This is not fake gamer outrage. This is real
Yeah, these are all tweets from like yesterday and today. Obviously, I'm for Black Ariel. A lot of people are saying like, "Oh, she's supposed to be redheaded. She could still have her hair dyed red. Like, that's not really an issue." I just don't see like why her being black has to take away from the overall message of the film, and saying things like, "Oh, well, why change it? Why not just keep it to the original?" Well, this isn't even the original Little Mermaid story. The original story was like not Disney safe. There's nothing wrong with including people of color in your movies. It's not really taking away because there's plenty of white representation still left.
Some people are even going as far as to say that black people are now culturally appropriating ginger people's roles. This is a pretty extreme and ridiculous argument, but if you do look at this chart of, redheaded characters who have been replaced by black actors, it's almost a convincing argument, but at the same time, there's definitely more black people than ginger people. There's an overwhelming number of redheaded people in the media already. There's an overwhelming number of white people in general, and there's not a good number of brown and black people. So, interestingly though, I mean, Starfire is still a redhead even though she's black now. She's also an alien, which is pretty similar to a mermaid in that they're not fucking real. MJ isn't a redhead anymore in Spider-Man, and she's also black, so I mean, I guess you can complain there. I'm even a little hurt about that as a fanboy of redheaded MJ. But what about movies like Brave? This is a movie about redheads that actually embraces Celtic redheaded people culture, and that's what matters most. Ariel and The Little Mermaid have nothing to do with that culture. And don't worry, white people, there's plenty of whitewashing out there in the media. Ask Doctor Strange Master, who's a white woman for some reason. White women are just as happy to snatch up a bit of appropriation, and the woke amongst us know this. White women, still white and therefore still privileged, still profit from the destruction and subjugation of other races. And we're happy to do so. So why isn't it okay when black people do the appropriating? It is fair to make white princesses into black princesses because there's so many white princesses. And just look at some of these actors at Disneyland portraying the wrong race. Who let this white girl be Pocahontas? Who let this white girl be Mulan? Who let this white girl be Jasmine? There's really nothing wrong with making one more princess black.
Disney literally tried to whitewash Mulan last year when they tried to cast a white male who would defeat the villain instead of Mulan. I mean, that's offensive for racism and sexism. Captain Marvel was also supposed to be a black woman, but nope, greedy white bitches had to take it off. So on the positive side of things, there's been a new hashtag trending called Ariel is Black. And this basically just shows like
look at this cute little girl.
all the black little kids and women that are inspired now, like that they feel included.
Here's another picture of some mermaid sisterhood right here. And one more. This is like the most explicit we can get on this channel. Okay? I love this guy's take too. Y'all racists still screaming about Not My Ariel bringing in origins and fish facts when y'all got away with this shit. It's Light as a white dude, white people playing the people in Avatar, and of course the most egregious Dragon Ball Z, where there's mostly Asian people, but for some reason they made Goku white.
Couldn't let the main character be anything but white, right?
My favorite so far has been Terry Crews' response to this. He just posted a picture of himself as Ariel's dad. They should totally hire him to do that. Terry Crews also had some more amazing stuff to say. Life Snoop says, keep complaining, this gonna happen. Black He-Man.
This is great because he looks so good as Black He-Man, right?
Perfect. Let's do it. Why not? So a lot of the positivity around this has also been flowing into this Black Girl Magic hashtag, and I guess Hallie was like someone who used this hashtag a lot, and even when you look at the top post for this very popular hashtag, she's like on the front page of it.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention, like, not only is she a talented singer, she's also in the show Grownish, so she has acting skills as well, so...
Right, she's an actress. She's
I think she's gonna be good for this role.
Lastly, from Twitter, one of the very first responses, actually, was from a Disney-owned channel called Freeform, and they had this to say on Twitter. An open letter to the poor, unfortunate souls. That's a little nod to Ursula. Yes, the original author of The Little Mermaid was Danish. Ariel is a mermaid. She lives in an underwater kingdom in international waters and can legit swim wherever she wants. Legit. Even though that often upsets King Triton. Absolute zaddy. LOL.
Okay, who wrote this?
Who wrote this? But for the sake of argument, let's say that Ariel 2 is Danish. Danish mermaids can be black because Danish people can be black. Ariel can sneak up to the surface at any time with her pal Scuttle and Jamaican crab Sebastian. Sorry, Flounder. And keep that bronze base tight. Oh my god, who wrote this? Black Danish people and thus merfolk can also genetically have red hair. But spoiler alert, bring it back to the top. The character of Ariel is a work of fiction. So after all of this is said and done, you still cannot get past the idea that choosing the incredible, sensational, highly talented, gorgeous Halle Bailey is anything other than an inspired casting. That's because she doesn't look like the cartoon one. Oh boy, do I have some news for you about you.
Racist, not my Ariel.
Freeform, this, like, they came for them. Freeform came for them. Disney
Really
signed
don't.
off on this response. Now, people should also understand that by saying she shouldn't be black, you are saying something racist. I know you might say, oh no, I just am defending... Just stop. That's like saying when Trump said that Baltimore is infested, he was just talking about the rats and rodents that Jared owns, by the way. Of course, talking about Baltimore and the recent incendiary Trump tweets and the fact that Jared Kushner is a slumlord in Baltimore. You can read all about that in a link to an article down below. That's not what this video is about. But it is about racism in a way, and you should recognize that if you disagree with this casting choice, it comes from a racially inspired place. Even if you're black. Because not wanting to have anything to do with white people just for the fact that this is a white princess also makes you a little racist.
Yeah, it shows that you have a bias that you want Ariel to be white, like as if you think that her race would make her character any lesser. Her race shouldn't matter at all. Like the original Ariel said, it's about the spirit of the character. It's about what they bring to the table. So yeah, I'd say the same goes for black people. Like, just because you're black doesn't mean that you can't be racist. That's
black
false.
People who don't like this, I feel like, have kind of an attitude of black people first, and we shouldn't like be making things with white people, or even they might have a perspective that, you know, because Ariel was white originally, they don't find the story relatable, and I think that's far worse. So if the dude is white, does that frame the story as kind of like a black people and black women just wanting to be part of white society because their world sucks? I mean, as the most out there interpretation, I'm just saying, like, is that racist if she wants to link up with the white prince and is like, I just want to be part of his amazing world?
I think not, because the point is that race isn't like what matters. It's the fact that she's a mermaid and he's a human being. So like ultimately, like, no, I don't think, like, I think people probably will get that interpretation. Maybe that's the reason some black people don't want black Ariel, but I just think that's dumb. So overall, we accept and are very happy and excited for Black Ariel. Thank you for sticking around to the very end if you did. It would really help us if you liked the video to give it a like, subscribe, but above all else, don't forget to play some video games and have a nice day.
This eye is not merely seeing reality, it is touching the truth.